Today we're talking about legacy moves because today we're also talking about what Pokemon I'm looking for trades at Pokemon Go Fest. So we'll get to that, but first let me just update you on the wrist situation. Obviously I fell at the skate park and it was fine, and then it started hurting, and then it got worse and worse and worse, and yesterday it actually hurt really bad, so I actually went to get some x-rays and get it checked out. I got the x-rays done.
Got him!
And the good news is nothing's broken, so it's just a sprain. Unfortunately, it still hurts, so I can't really go out and vlog and hold my camera and my phone at the same time. So that's why we're making this video here today. I still have to go out because I need to walk another 20 kilometers to get my 50,000 Stardust reward for Adventure Sync. And on a related note, Niantic announced that they have extended that reward for next week. So that means you'll have 2 chances to get 50,000 Stardust from Adventure Sync, both this week and next week. And that's kind of to make up for the Adventure Sync bug that a lot of people are experiencing. So 50,000 Stardust this week, 50,000 Stardust next week with a star piece. Both times that's 150,000 free Stardust for walking. So get out and do it. But now let's get into the meat of the video. Legacy moves. So what I'm doing here is going over Pokemon that I'm looking for at Pokemon Go Fest, but let's just start with important legacy moves first. Obviously, one of the most important legacy Pokemon in the game, Shadow Ball Mewtwo. Shadow Ball Mewtwo is one of the best attackers for raids, for a lot of raids, especially Psychic-type Pokemon. Shadow Ball Mewtwo, great Pokemon to have. Obviously, Smackdown Tyranitar and most Community Day Pokemon are also good legacy moves to have, especially the starters, Blast Burn, Frenzy Plant, and Hydro Cannon are great moves, not just for raids, but also for PvP as well. Now let's get into some legacy moves. I have a few Pokemon tagged legacy. Shadow Claw Gengar, Shadow Claw Shadow Ball Gengar, great legacy Pokemon. A little outclassed now by Giratina Origin Form, but still a great Ghost-type attacker, highest DPS Ghost-type Pokemon in the game. Wing Attack Flamethrower is a double legacy Charizard, and while it's not great, it could serve some interesting roles in PvP, so keep that in mind. Fury Cutter Kabutops, this is one of the ones I want from people at Pokemon Go Fest because I traded for 2, and they both came out over 1500 CP, which means I can't use them in Great League. Tackle, Starmie, I don't know, it's just a weird old legacy Pokemon. Earthquake Politoed, Fury Cutter Nidoking, another great legacy move to have. Fury Cutter is legacy on a lot of Pokemon, and it's a good move in PvP. It's very fast, so Fury Cutter Nidoking, Fury Cutter Kabutops, good Pokemon to look for, especially if you're interested in PvP. Flamethrower Ninetales. Flamethrower Ninetales is great because Flamethrower is one of the best fire-type moves that Ninetales has access to. Flamethrower is legacy, but if you combine it with Psyshock, it makes for a great PvP moveset, Psyshock, Flamethrower, and then either Ember or Feint Attack, depending on, what you're trying to accomplish with it. Dragon Tail Gyarados. Dragon Tail, Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse, and Twister are all legacy moves on Gyarados, so any of those moves could potentially be interesting moves to have on a Gyarados in PvP. Out of all of them, Dragon Breath definitely the best, but those Dragon-type moves, gonna be rare and legacy on your Gyarados. Double legacy, Poison Jab, Icy Wind, Seaking. Are we ever going to use it for anything? I don't know. But it does have some interesting type coverage, so if you have an old Seaking, check for Poison Jab, check for Icy Wind. Also Drill Run. Drill Run's also legacy. Shadow Ball Haunter is a Pokemon that we saw a lot of people scrambling for during regionals in the Sylph League arena. So Shadow Ball Haunter is legacy. It's super glassy in PvP, but sometimes it's useful, as we saw during regionals. Alright, so those are the legacy Pokemon that I have. Let's talk about what I want. So these are the Pokemon that I'm looking for if we're going to do a trade at Pokemon Go Fest, especially if you want a special trade from me. For special trades, I'm really looking for Cresselia. I'm trying to get a Cresselia under 1500 CP for Great League. And actually, you know what? While we're talking about trades, let's talk about meetups at Pokemon Go Fest. I am very excited to announce that this portion of the video is technically sponsored by Niantic. So I'll be teaming up with Niantic at Pokemon Go Fest to be at the event every single day for some autograph signings, meet and greet sessions. I will be at Pokemon Go Fest from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. every single day. It should be on the map where the meet and greet area is. There's also going to be a Pokestop in-game that you can look for to find out where the meet and greet area is. So it's going to work a little bit differently this year. You do have to pick up a ticket for the meet and greet. Those tickets can be picked up in that same area from 11 a.m. to noon. So if you want to come by the meet and greet and take a photo, get something signed, they're going to have posters to give away for signing. Make sure you pick up a ticket ahead of time between 11 a.m. and noon. And then again, those signings and meet and greet are going to take place from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the autograph signing area. Again, check the map, look for the Pokestop. Now during that time, we won't be able to do trades, so keep that in mind, just to keep the line moving and make sure we can meet as many people as possible. We won't have time for trades then, but we will be hanging out, or at least I will be, I can't speak for anyone else. I'll be hanging out probably a little while after that so we can do some trades, and of course that's going to depend on my schedule each day. Keep in mind we are also doing the Sylph League Arena World Championships, North American Championships, so Friday and Saturday I'll be busy with that. So yeah, I could be there before the signings, I could be there after the signings, the meet and greets. Just keep an eye on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow on Twitter and I'll try to announce. Follow on Twitter and I'll try to announce and keep you updated on where I'll be, when you can come and meet me outside of those specific signing hours. Again, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. every single day at Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago. Now, if you are planning on trying to get the special trade, or if you just want to do a trade, here are the Pokemon that I'm looking for. As far as non-legacy moves go, I'm trying to get a good Victory Bell for PvP, so Victory Bell is one. Fortress is another, especially with Rainbow Cup going on this month. Fortress is a great Pokemon for Rainbow Cup. So Victory Bell, Fortress, even Beedrill. I'll take a Beedrill, doesn't have to be Legacy. Beedrill would be nice. The rest of these wants, though, are Legacy Pokemon, some of them harder to find than others. A Rock Throw Omastar is something that has not been in the game since the first month or so. So if you have a Rock Throw Omastar, specifically a Rock Throw Omastar under 1500 CP, that's something I would really like to see. I do need a Blast Burn Typhlosion under 1500 CP. This community day was before PvP was announced, so I didn't evolve any that low. Blast Burn Typhlosion under 1500 CP. Confusion Executor, under 1500 CP, another great one for this month's Rainbow Cup. Confusion Executor, under 1500. Fury Cutter, Kabutops, yeah, we talked about this. I've tried. Haven't gotten under 1500 yet. Cross Chop Machamp, under 1500, another Pokemon I'm interested in. Mudshot Ancient Power Golem, under 1500. That's two legacy moves. If you have one or the other, that could be cool too. But if you have both, definitely want that. Dragon Breath, Gyarados, we talked about that. Definitely want the Dragon Breath Gyarados. Again, under 1500 CP. Cresselia, we talked about Cresselia. Thundershock Discharge, double legacy moves. Again, I do have this one with Discharge. If you have Thundershock, I'll take it. If you have Thundershock and Discharge, I will happily trade for it. Frenzy Plant Venusaur, another Pokemon I didn't evolve under 1500 CP. So if you have a Frenzy Plant Community Day Venusaur under 1500 CP, let me know. Stone Edge. Oh, this is kind of a big ask. This is probably one of the rarest legacy Pokemon right now. Stone Edge Blaziken, especially Stone Edge Blaziken under 1500 CP. If you have one, you're a legend. If you're willing to trade it, you're a god. And then finally, Mudshot Kingler. I know I had one of these, but I might have accidentally traded it away to someone. So if you have a Mudshot Kingler, I would love to have that as well. So there it is. There's the list of Pokemon that I'm looking for in trades at Pokemon Go Fest. Now, I do have one last thing that I want to go over when it comes to Pokemon Go Fest. I have a special request, and I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way. But if you are planning on meeting me at Pokemon Go Fest, please don't bring me a gift. And I don't mean that. I don't mean to be ungrateful at all. I love all of the gifts that I've been given. The problem is, let me take you over there. The problem is I'm running out of space. I'm running out of places to put all these wonderful gifts that I've been given. This isn't even all of it. Some of it is unfortunately in storage in the basement of my apartment building. So I don't have the space for it. I've always been kind of a minimalist. I'm not really a collector of things. When I go on vacation, when I travel to places, I don't even buy souvenirs for myself. So here's what I'm asking. Again, I totally don't mean to be ungrateful because I really appreciate 100% all of this. But if you are planning on meeting me at Pokemon Go Fest and you do feel the need to give me something to show your appreciation or whatever it is, what I would like for you to do is write me a note, write a letter, write it on a piece of paper, write it in a card, whatever you want to do. Just tell me a story. Tell me something about how Pokemon Go has impacted your life positively, or, whatever it is, something you appreciate. If you feel the need to bring me something, bring me a story, because all of this is great. And again, I love it. I appreciate it. But what really touches me is when I get letters from people telling me how, the channel or the content or even the game itself has helped them through tough times or whatever it is. I really love reading that stuff, hearing how what I'm doing is positively impacting people. That really inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing. So again, if you want to bring me something at Pokemon Go Fest, bring me a story, bring me a note, a letter. I would love that. So, in case you're wondering about this, someone didn't give that to me. I bought that from a street artist on Hollywood Boulevard. R.I.P. Prince. Alright, so there it is. Pokemon Go Fest. Looking for legacy moves. Write me a letter. Meet me at the meet and greet, 1 to 3 p.m. every single day. Check the map. Check for the Pokestop. Hopefully I'll see you there.